Check out carmarshal.com. The link is in the description. They help support us.
Today is an important victory for me and for the UN human rights system. But it by no means erases 7 years of detention without charge in prison, under house arrest, and almost 5 years here in this embassy without sunlight.
Julian Assange could walk free today after plea to London court to drop erroneous charge. Within hours, Julian Assange could be a free man as his legal counsel moved to have the erroneous charge being held over his head dropped. By Matt Agorist, January 26, 2018. Julian Assange could walk free from the Ecuadorian embassy as early as today after he just asked a London court to drop the final arrest warrant against him stemming from a breach of bail conditions. As The Independent reports, Assange could walk free from the Ecuadorian embassy within hours, since he has asked a London court on Friday to drop an arrest warrant stemming from his breach of bail conditions. Assange, for the last 6 years, has been persecuted and held captive because of rape allegations that the Free Thought Project has shown to be entirely fabricated by police. As TFTP reported last year, after failing to produce enough evidence, Swedish prosecutors dropped the rape investigation. Despite Swedish police dropping the investigation, police in the UK have been holding a break of bail warrant over the journalist's head, which has forced his confinement to persist. Advertisement. If Assange were to walk out of the embassy without the charges being dropped, he would face the possibility of a year in prison. However, the warrant is entirely baseless now as it stems from the extradition warrant by the Swedes who've dropped their investigation. Mark Summers QC, Assange's lawyer, told Westminster Magistrates Court the warrant had since lost its purpose and its function. The now fallacious warrant serves to imprison an innocent man under entirely arbitrary pretenses. However, that could all be about to change. He is seeking to have the warrant of arrest discontinued because the Swedes have confirmed that the extradition warrant is no longer live, a spokesman for Britain's Crown Prosecution Service said. He is seeking that therefore the warrant of arrest should be taken out as well. When asked if the dropped charges would allow Assange to walk free from the embassy, the spokesman replied, "Hypothetically yes, that would be our interpretation." Earlier this month, the British government denied Assange's request to be given diplomatic status, which would have given him immunity from arrest. Now, the WikiLeaks journalist is seeking to void the arrest altogether. One unfortunate facet to this potential victory for the journalist, however, is the fact that the United States Justice Department is salivating over the extradition of this innocent man. What's more, the UK has refused to guarantee that Assange will not be extradited to the US if he leaves the embassy. In April 2017, US Attorney General Jeff Sessions said arresting Julian Assange for releasing classified US information was a priority. To the current administration, arresting corrupt politicians and preventing the fleecing of Americans by special interests takes a backseat to the silencing of a journalist who dare tell the truth. To the United States government, the truth espoused by WikiLeaks is akin to treason and terrorism, as it serves to make all states transparent, which is an enemy to tyrants. As Assange noted in an interview with Der Spiegel last year, WikiLeaks are not terrorists, they merely free information. WikiLeaks is a giant library of the world's most persecuted documents. We give asylum to these documents, we analyze them, we promote them, and we obtain more. WikiLeaks has won more than a dozen awards across the globe for their journalism. Unlike any other news outlet in the world, however, WikiLeaks has never had to retract a story. Also, aside from their perfect record, no one has ever been injured or put in harm's way from the information released by WikiLeaks. The only people to face consequences for the release of this information are the ones whose crimes are exposed by it, hardly an act of terror. Assange has described the period since his initial arrest as a terrible injustice, and noted that not being able to see his children grow up was not something I can forgive.
County, this is Charlotte County Cop Watch, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I have just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheeple up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Sheriff County Cop Watch with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me and I'm sick of it, so I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave let's say actually yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where, at least I can do it. 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is, if I got some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here, and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. 47,000 of you so far right now. $1 a day. $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head, help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.